All right, so today I am back on Logic Pro and I'm going to be making a beat and I'm going to be getting some help from Co-Producer. If you guys don't know what Co-Producer is, it is a new plugin by Output that helps you out tremendously when you get stuck trying to find the perfect melody or trying to find the perfect sound for your track. So let's go ahead and try to make a quick track and hopefully it comes out dope.
Bolo!
Now, some of you guys are probably wondering, what is Co-Producer? Co-Producer basically helps you out by actually listening to what you have produced in your track, and then it will pick out sounds from the output library and it will match it up with your beat. Yeah, it's actually kind of dope. And then the cool thing about it is you can actually tell Co-Producer what you're looking for. So it just doesn't just find any random sounds, it finds the sounds that you asked for. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna make a beat. It's just gonna be something really basic. And then what I'm gonna do is add Co-Producer to the track so it can find some nice melodies and nice sounds to accompany what I already have. So let's go ahead and open up Logic Pro, add a few sounds in there, and add Co-Producer as well, and see how this thing turns out. All right, so we're in Logic Pro and I'm gonna make a beat. However, I'm gonna take a different approach. I'm gonna make the beat as if I'm someone who does not really know how to play that good. Maybe somebody who does not know how to do chords or, complex like type of playing. I'm just gonna try to do something very basic, and then I'm gonna feed the track into Co-Producer and try to find some really good sounds that can beef this track up. So I'm gonna use just some very simple sounds inside of Logic Pro, and then we're gonna take it over to Co-Producer and make it sound better. So let's go ahead and see what I can come up with. All right, so we got the piano part in there. Let's go ahead and add another sound in here. All right, so I got this sound right here. And let's try to make something with that. All right, sounds pretty good. It's not bad, but it could be a little better. But let's go ahead and add one more sound in here and see what we can do. All right, so we got this lead right here. Let's go ahead and add that in there real quick. All right, so we got that in there. This is what we got so far. All right, sounds pretty decent. So let's go ahead and open up Co-Producer and see what else we can add. All right, so now that we got that done, let's go ahead and go to our master output right here. And let's go right here to Co-Producer. And now we have Co-Producer pulled up. So what we need to do now is tell it what key we're in. And we are in the key of C minor. Okay, so we're in the key of C minor. And then what we can do is capture the audio. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press this right here. It's waiting for the audio, and let's go ahead and play it. And we're gonna do 8 bars. All right, so went ahead and captured our audio. So now what we wanna do is tell it what we want. So I want like some brass sounds in here. Let's just see what'll happen if we add like some big brass sound. So I'm gonna go ahead and type in big brass, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna press enter, and let's see what it comes up with. All right, so here we have it right here, and everything is synced to our project. So when we play our beat, we can actually play these sounds and kind of cycle through them. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, that doesn't sound too bad right there. Let's go ahead and add that to our beat. And all I simply have to do is take it, drag it, and drop it right here into Logic. And do I want to change the sample rate? Nah, nope. Just convert the file. And then there it is. We have it in our project, and we can go ahead and duplicate this and turn this down. And then now we play it back. Now, I don't like that little one part right here on the end. It has like a weird sound in it. So I'm actually going to take that out. And I'm actually going to take this first part right here. And I'm going to move that over to here. So let's see how that sounds. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and duplicate that in there. And then let's try to find something else to add in here. So let's go back into Co-Producer and let's go back, and already, has our track already saved inside of here. So let's find a lead chord. Let's put that in there. Lead chord, something simple. All right, so it found something for us. Let's go ahead and shuffle through them and see something that we like. Now that one didn't sound too bad, but it has some stuff in there I didn't want. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag this one in here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna start it at this second part right here. And then let's go ahead and try to get the best parts to kind of fit what we already have. Actually, it sounds good like that. So let's go ahead and add that in there real quick. And then let's try to get a nice blend on some of these tracks so it won't sound like a whole bunch of just mess going on at the same time. All right, so I got a nice, pretty decent blend in here. But one thing that we don't want is too many sounds playing at one time because it'll just sound like a whole bunch of nothing. So what I did was on certain parts, I took out the brass, and on certain parts, I took out the lead. So let's go ahead and play that back. That didn't sound too bad. Not too bad at all. So let's go ahead and add some drums in here. I'm going to add some drums from my X Factor drum kit and see how this thing turns out. All right, so I got the beat finished up. Sounds pretty decent. I might add some more stuff to it. And of course, I got to mix it a little bit better. But this is the final beat that I used with my sounds and Co-Producer. And you guys can see how it came out.
Bolo, Bolo,
Came out pretty good, huh? So if you're trying to get co-producer, make sure you go ahead and click my link in the description and head over to Output and get co-producer today. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.